What I had imagined as a night of joy, surrounded by family and comfort, transformed into an event that shattered my very core. For weeks, I had looked forward to this gathering, envisioning a cozy evening filled with laughter, shared stories, and the simple pleasure of being together. My parents had encouraged us to come, hoping to bring everyone closer, and I saw it as a chance to strengthen those bonds. Yet nothing could have prepared me for the devastating collapse that awaited. The house buzzed with lively chatter, the air rich with the scent of roasted chicken and freshly baked bread. Children darted through the rooms, laughter echoing off the walls. In a quiet corner, my parents whispered to each other, and I noticed my wife seemed unusually withdrawn. I dismissed it at first, maybe she was tired, or perhaps nervous, but the distant, cold flicker in her eyes stirred a quiet unease in me. Dinner began with light conversation and soft smiles, yet a subtle tension tightened the atmosphere with every passing moment. It started innocuously, a cousin's playful jab about relationships, met with gentle laughter. I assumed it was harmless. But then my wife's gaze met mine, her smile sharp and empty, and she spoke words that froze me in place. I often wonder why I ever decided to tie my life to yours. The room went silent. My fork hovered midair, my eyes searching hers for any sign of jest, but her expression left no doubt. My chest constricted as she continued, her voice clear and deliberate. Honestly, I can't continue living like this. I want a divorce. Silence smothered the room. My parents' faces hardened in shock, my cousin's laughter vanished, and I felt as if the air had been sucked from my lungs. Words failed me while my mind scrambled to process the sudden, searing betrayal. How could she inflict such devastation here, in front of everyone, with such cold precision? She didn't pause. Her voice sharpened, unearthing long-buried grievances. "You never truly listened to me," she said. "You're so wrapped up in your own world, blind to everyone else. I've been miserable for years, hiding it to spare your feelings, but I can't anymore." Each word cut like a blade, the public exposure of her anger amplifying the pain. I burned with humiliation and fury, yet before I could speak, she reclined in her chair, surveying the table as though she had achieved some cruel victory. I excused myself, voice trembling, and stumbled into the backyard, gasping, trying to untangle the wreckage of what had just occurred. Memories of laughter, promises, and shared dreams flickered through my mind. How could they mean so little to her? When I returned, she was outside, her demeanor unnervingly calm, almost detached. "We can't keep living a lie," she said softly, her words final. "I've made my choice." I wanted to beg, to plead for reconsideration, but my voice failed. In that instant, I understood. This was not a temporary conflict but her unwavering decision, and my pain held no sway. I left the gathering without another word. The drive home was heavy with silence, her chilling words replaying relentlessly. In the following days, I sought answers, longing for recognition of the cruelty inflicted, but she remained resolute, insisting she had been unhappy for years. That night clung to me like a shadow, turning memories of our life together into a landscape of betrayal and raw vulnerability. Yet amid the heartbreak, a truth slowly emerged. No one deserves to be humiliated before those they love, to be made to feel worthless. I began to rebuild, focusing on my own journey and reclaiming my sense of worth. The road was painful, and some nights the memory still burned sharply, but gradually I rediscovered my strength, realizing that her harsh words, no matter how cutting, did not define me. That night remains etched in my memory, the night my marriage fell apart, the night I was publicly wounded. It revealed how deeply those closest to us can hurt, but also forced me to uncover a resilience I had never known. I rose above the shame, stepping into a life where my value no longer depended on someone else's cruelty. Family gatherings should be havens of warmth and connection. Mine became a stage for pain and disgrace, yet also a turning point, showing me that the moments that break us can also reveal who we truly are and what we deserve.